Hi, I'm Kendi with Classic Promenade, and today we're going to be looking at the 1965 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud 3 Mulliner Flying Spur. Uh, just an amazing car. I'm so excited to walk through it and share with you all of the information about this car. So for today, I have Harry Clark with us, who is expert in Rolls-Royce and Bentleys. And so we're so excited to have you walk us through what makes this particular Rolls-Royce very special.
Wonderful, thank you. This is very exciting for me personally because I've actually never I've never driven, and I've never had the opportunity to really closely look into a Silver Cloud 3 H.J. Mulliner Flying Spur. First of all, technically it's a H.J. Mulliner Park Ward, because H.J. Mulliner and Park Ward essentially merged together by the time of the Silver Cloud 3. And this is, incredibly rare, being one of just 17 left-hand drive examples ever made during the Silver Cloud 3 production, which, so over a few years, they made 17 of them. So I think that's why I haven't actually been able to be too close to them. The H.J. Mulliner Flying Spur is, without a doubt, considered to be one of the absolute best looking four-door saloons or sedans ever penned.
Would agree.
Yeah, so let's look at some of the design details. Okay, look at the wings or the fenders here, just how sculpted they are. And then the rear window treatment is more like a coupe as opposed to a sedan. And then again, the curvature here. So think of the contemporary cars in 1965. Let's say a Cadillac, right? They were very linear, very rectangular. Also the Lincolns. So look at how sculpted and beautiful every little detail about this car is. Again, the door handles are a piece of art, and all of this beautiful. Everything's either chrome or polished stainless steel, and the presentation is remarkable. Coming to the front, again, you have the dual headlights, the clear parking light lenses are only for U.S. delivery. So, and you notice that these have them. So it, again, supports being a left-hand drive. These are, you can't replace these. They're
very special.
Yeah, they're no longer produced. This particular car was ordered new by Catherine Goff. She lived in Corona del Mar, California. She ordered it through the Rolls-Royce dealer in Beverly Hills, the Hornberg agency. And she kept it till she was 90 years old. I mean, why wouldn't you? So to that point, what makes the Silver Cloud 3 so fantastic is that you have cars that have these classic hand-built characteristics, from an earlier period, where they're all completely coach-built, and yet they drive like so much like a modern car. So you have power steering, power brakes, power windows, air conditioning. This has, boot-mounted or rear trunk-mounted air conditioning that was added, so they and you can. I know this because I've done it myself. You can cruise effortlessly for thousands of miles at 80 to 100 miles an hour. Okay, I mean, yes, they are. And the Flying Spur, since it's completely aluminum, right? The body is not steel. And understand that, Rolls-Royce took the chassis, sent it to H.J. Mulliner Park Ward as a chassis, and then All of the body was hand built, and all of the interior was all meticulously handcrafted by the engineers at H.J. Mulliner Park Ward. So subsequent to Mrs. Goff's passing, it entered the collection of a gentleman who was a dear friend of mine. He was the heir, or one of the heirs, to the UPS fortune, John Bradley in Los Angeles. Every single one of his cars were just perfect. Okay, and he drove them. He had a chauffeur, of course, but he, drove them. They were not only, showpieces, but again, he drove them, and he had all Rolls Royces and Bentleys, one Packard that I recall, and this was part of his collection. Mr. Bradley was the one that did the restoration on this car, and he also added the boot air conditioning. The livery on this, the dark blue with ivory hides,
it's stunning.
It's stunning.
And it's very chameleon-like with this blue. One direction you're like, is that black with like a really cool undertone? And then you're like, whoa, that's blue.
Absolutely.
And it really brightens up.
In the sunlight, it's blue.
Gosh.
At night or in the evening or in the shade, it presents as black. Absolutely. But it gives it a modern look, the dark blue with the ivory. And I think it's beautiful. The H.J. Mulliner Park Ward, I mean, the woodwork in it, of course, is absolutely, the burl walnut is just striking. Of course, it has the mouton overlays over the carpet. And again, it's just an absolute piece of art.
It really is a beautiful example for this time period, and knowing that not just it looks amazing, but you can drive it for miles and be so comfortable and powerful. And so when you think of what do you want to use this car for, I mean, it can do everything.
Absolutely.
And really make a collector happy.
Yeah, and again, it's one of 17.
Very rare, very beautiful, just amazing. I'm just so excited that we get to honor this car here today. So
it did win a couple of important awards in 2017. It was an award winner at Amelia Island, and then in 2024 it won the Best in Show Post-War Coach Build at the 2024 Rolls-Royce Owners Club annual meeting in Nashville, which basically what's important about that is that it's essentially a third-party certification that this car is one of the best in the world.
I believe it just by looking at this. Just absolutely beautiful. Well, thank you, Harry, for walking us through all of the details and help us understand this car at a different level.
My pleasure.
Thank you from me. I'm Kendi with Classic Promenade, and we'll see you at the next car.